Thank you for listening to the Old 77 podcast.
Local pictures. Local pictures.
On the bank of the Schuylkill River at Southwest Philly at Bardham Gardens, America's oldest surviving botanical garden. What is it used for?
Truck heads.
Absolutely right. That is absolutely right.
We don't even have to check it.
All right, next question.
Who are you?
Hi there. This is the Old 77. It's a safe place in an unsafe world.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's main event.
Warning, foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
Because I was verbally attacked by my neighbor, and I took a dump on his porch.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Subscribers get bonus content and early access to episodes. Find out more at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Thanks for listening.
No machine. I can hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch. Mickey loves you.
Woo, Mick. Never doubt the Mick.
Never doubt Mick.
From the Old 77 studios in Jefferson City, Missouri, this is the Old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Woo, boys.
Welcome back.
Episode 70.
Nice.
We're getting close to that
We're getting there.
all-important 77.
Yep.
And, we are now into mid-September.
Yes.
The weather's starting to change a little bit.
Getting a little cooler out.
The heat is breaking, thank God. I was...
Yeah, I'm glad.
I feel like I'm more aggravated when it's super hot outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I just love the fall weather, man.
Me too, especially in Missouri.
It's a great time.
Of course, you guys had pretty awesome fall in not in Philly, but in that
All the killings in Philly, yeah.
yeah, all the killings. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, we do have a story about killings in
I mean,
Philly, actually.
We'll talk about that in just a second.
Holy biscuits.
Apparently, people can't even get a cheesesteak and then without getting hassled or killed or something.
At least not at 2 a.m.
That's a damn good cheesesteak. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, when I went back to Philly, I wasn't even in Philly. I was in Conshohocken the whole time.
Yeah. You're going to have to, help me out on that. Is that just, right outside? Is that, the suburbs of Philly?
Conshohocken is, it's 35 minutes northwest of Philadelphia.
Okay.
So it's, it's kind of I would say, Wright City to, St. Louis, something like that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I mean...
So a cleaner area?
It's cleaner. It's being in the city without having to go to Philadelphia.
Wow.
It's not even Philadelphia County anymore. It's its own city.
It's its own thing.
It's its own,
So I may be this stupid, but does Philly actually reach all the way to Conshohocken? So is it one giant city, or do you go out into the country some?
It probably Manayunk's probably, or Conshohocken's probably I don't know, 15 miles from the Philadelphia border.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Well, speaking of Philly,
Mike doesn't have to pay city tax.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they rape you on city taxes there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
There's
a sugar tax in Philly. They tax soda.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. That's...
Okay, so Maddie, have you ever eaten...
That's just stupid in my opinion. But
have you ever eaten at this place in Philly, Pat's Steakhouse?
Okay, so Pat and Gino's is the place where you go if you were a tourist.
Right, yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
You don't go there. If you're from that area, you do not go there to get a cheesesteak, okay?
Right.
There are plenty of places around and outside of Philadelphia where you can get an amazing cheesesteak. I mean, I had one in Conshohocken, and it was fabulous. It was probably one of the best cheesesteaks I ever had.
But was it worth dying for?
No. So what is the story behind this whole...
lay it on me, brother.
This whole story with the murder in the...
Murder
at Pat's.
A group of people believed to be soccer fans...
Hooligans.
...allegedly beat a man to death outside
Philadelphia
of,
Union folk?
It doesn't say who they were fans of, but
I wonder who they were playing
fans,
at the time.
So they beat this dude down out at Pat's King of Steaks. I think that's what it's called.
Soccer fans?
Pat's King of Steaks?
That's my reaction is... Soccer fans, but I mean, they get pretty crazy over there in Europe. I mean, there's some crazy shit that goes down.
But that's Europe, though, man.
I know, man.
This isn't England.
This is America, dude. We hate soccer.
You beat a person to death after a football game in America. Damn it, not after a soccer game.
I would see if there were a gang of Eagle fans.
Not America.
Gang of Eagle fans, jumped a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Now that I could see.
I would expect that.
I could see that happening.
Phillies fans.
I mean, it's happened before, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But soccer fans. That's like, soccer fans are under the radar in this country.
Okay, so it tells us a little bit more. A group of 10 reported soccer fans wearing yellow jerseys. So,
no idea who that.
Somebody saw the yellow jerseys. Yeah.
Were they like a soccer team?
I'm sure, yeah. Doesn't say who, but
had to have been a soccer jersey of some sort.
When did this go down?
At 2:35 in the morning, or 2:25 a.m. on Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah, so this morning, I guess, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing that place is still open at that time.
I know, right?
Well, especially now,
Do the clubs and shit stay open all night in Philly?
Yeah, but during the...
Bars don't close until 2.
Are they fully open in Philly now, though?
I'm sure there's a few places that are.
Yeah.
But you can still go there and get something to eat.
Yeah.
They just stopped serving alcohol.
Yeah, they don't sell alcohol at Oh, yeah, they stopped serving alcohol.
Well, I'm sure that was probably a last call afterwards. You go, to this place.
Is that a state? Is that like different from state to state? Because in Missouri, isn't last call usually 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Like before COVID, it was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
PA, there were some places that had like after hour bars.
Right.
And you can stay out until like 4.
Right.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Your whole day, the whole next day, you're just jacked up.
Dave, you sound like you're hardly on, brother.
Really?
Give me a little something a little closer.
Hey, you got me?
There you are.
Okay.
You're just too far away.
Oh, there you go.
I've been told to keep my distance because I get too loud sometimes.
We're getting really quiet tonight. I just wanted to double check.
Equipment check.
Just a quick hot
we got
live
like a slightly different setup than we did last week.
Yeah,
so. we unfortunately we had to roll back to our old setup real quick. Brand new computer. We had a fan fail.
Already issues
right?
with a brand new
and
computer.
it's not that I couldn't fix it, but like we were talking earlier, it's principle. It's a brand new fucking computer.
Brand new, man.
So have you contacted them?
I just tonight, like 20 minutes before you showed up, got the shipping label. I'm gonna I got it all packed up. We're gonna put the shipping label back on it, ship it out, and I'm hoping to get it back by 77.
There you go.
So that's the plan.
Yeah, that's what we need.
So have you actually contacted the company? And
I contacted Acer. I talked to. Hold on, man. Check this out.
Scott's over here thumbing through his notepad.
We talked to Christian. The case number, blah blah blah, warranty, repair technician. I got his number. I got the model number of them. I've got all this stuff, man.
Shout out to Christian at Acer.
Yeah. So shout out to Christian, who was really in India, who will probably not hear this. He was the coolest dude ever, because I would have told him to just drop dead.
Right.
Oh, it was bad. He was like, "Hello, my name is Christian," and he was really trying, and it was it's just his demeanor. I couldn't stand it. It was like nails on a chalkboard.
Scott got on there. He's like, "Motherfucker, my computer doesn't work."
And that's what I was ready to rip heads too. And my wife's like, "I deal with this. I'll do it."
Oh yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
It was bad.
I want you to fix my fucking computer right now.
Well, Christian,
you motherfucker.
They've always got very American names, but they're never
you know what,
American.
man? He took it like a champ. I'll just say that. She threw some stuff at him, and he was like, "Oh, hold on, I'll be right back," and. Yeah, he de-escalated the situation.
I bet your average American couldn't handle a job like that, like a call center job.
I don't want to. I'm too hot-headed. I can't even handle email right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I try to always be nice to the people that are in my service or that are.
I want to be, but I can't always.
But when shit fucks up, that's a different story.
But on this one in particular, like we had just purchased this thing. That was the third time, and I even told him that. He was like, "So is this a model issue? Is this something that maybe wear and tear? Did you drop it?" And I was like, "Dude, it's the third time I've used it."
Yeah, we did one show with it.
We did one show, and then he asked what we did with it. Like, are you gaming? Are you running high-level games? And I was like, nope, I'm running this software, and we're doing it for a podcast. And he was like, oh, great. Not a problem.
Shouldn't be anything too crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy, did you guys hear that Norm McDonald passed away?
I did.
Dude, that hurt.
It did.
That hurt.
Love that guy.
Oh, Norm.
Love that guy.
Dude, he was the best.
He was fighting a private battle,
Ferguson.
man.
Yeah, that's right. Jared Ferguson. It's a funny name.
I'm going to miss that guy.
For years at the office pool back at the radio station, I entered as Turd Ferguson.
Dude, he was, he had that dry, sense of humor that was just...
His timing, he was really unlike any other comedian. Just in his delivery and like his matter of factness.
Right. It was so weird too and awkward. That's what I loved about it.
He thrived in the awkwardness
It's about
of it.
French phrases, so let's just skip it.
Hey, I speak a little French. You're an ass bite. Pardon my French.
The best part of that skit is the fact that he's chewing gum the whole time through. What is it about somebody chewing gum?
No, I mean, it's like that whole like
maybe he wasn't.
Like Burt Reynolds was known for like chewing gum like that,
right?
And that's what he used that Burt Reynolds tick to really kind of hone in the character.
Really honed and you win. We'll accept any number.
Wearing the giant hat.
Turd Ferguson.
Oh, Turd Ferguson.
Didn't we see a picture of one of our coworkers wearing that exact hat, or standing next to
it in a museum exhibit? Yeah.
Yep. Where was that at?
I honestly don't know. Probably Chicago, I'm thinking.
Had to have been.
Maybe. I think that's the last trip they were on.
I wonder, like, how did Norm McDonald get his start? Like, was he a stand-up
SNL.
guy first? Well, I mean, I know he was SNL, but surely he had to have done something before he was on SNL.
He auditioned for SNL, but I don't know.
I wonder if he was
he probably came through some of those comedy, troops.
Well, I'm thinking maybe he probably came through Second City, which is in Chicago. Just based on our coworker,
Good work. All right.
Who is a Chicago fan.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that, man. Like, apparently he'd been battling cancer and just hadn't said anything.
Like for 10 years.
Yeah.
For like 10 years.
I saw a clip of him on the Kevin Nealon podcast, and they were talking about God and stuff, and he's like, I totally believe that you have to believe in God, and you got to go to church to go to heaven. And he's like, and I don't care about all you fuckers because I'm going to heaven.
That's what Norm said?
Yeah. And somebody yelled, dude, you don't go to church. You go to church's chicken, maybe.
Well, I didn't
Popeye is this sort of man. Burt Reynolds.
What is Popeye?
No.
And he looks like so annoyed.
Oh, of course.
Hey, we're watching Jeopardy. Did you guys hear that they finally...
No. They finally settled on a host?
Kind of, but not really, because they're going to have Ken Jennings back.
And Blossom.
And Blossom, Mayim Bialik. But they're not like...
She's all right.
They're kind of just leaving it open as far as not saying who's actually going to be the next full-time host.
Damn.
And Jeopardy's like one of those shows that it's just like part of the American like household in the evenings.
And I also feel like that's going to be a hard one to fill, because that dude was so smart.
Alex Trebek was, a legend in his own position. He was part of that your tradition of like relaxing at nighttime. If you're a Jeopardy head,
you get home from work,
which I would probably assume like 80% of people in America watch that television show.
Oh, have at least at one point.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've watched it a ton.
Right.
I love it. When I watch it, I play,
I mean, talking about a famous dude.
Right.
Alex Trebek was a famous dude.
It's kind of the same situation that Drew Carey had when he took over for
Bob Barker.
Yeah.
It's really hard to fill those shoes.
He does a decent job.
I think he does a great job
at doing The Price is Right.
Hell yeah.
I never watch it.
Yeah, I mean...
Never watch it.
If I'm ever home and I'm just sitting there, like, eating something during the day, I'm like, oh...
But you're home with the boys during the day, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, watch The Price is Right, man.
Maybe I will.
Price is wrong, Bob.
You guys heard about the Price is Right scandal that happened? There was a documentary on Netflix. There was a guy who, when he was a kid, him and his dad were huge fans, and so they would start documenting all the prices.
Yeah, I think I've seen this.
And it got to a point where he memorized them all.
Yep.
And he went on the show a couple times, and he just nailed it every time. And they're like, how's this guy doing it?
Yeah.
They thought he was cheating, but come to find out he wasn't.
Yep.
He ended up changing the show forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was super interesting, though.
So when Jeopardy came on the air originally... Was Trebek like the first and
I think
the first
so.
and
I
only
don't
host?
think there was anybody before him.
Merv Griffin put Jeopardy out.
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
Yeah.
And then Trebek was the guy from the beginning?
I think so.
Wow, what a gig.
I think he's been the original OG host.
30 plus years at least, right?
Another one that we just got some news is Wheel of Fortune. Pat and Vanna re-signed through like 2024.
What? Dude.
They're going to have to push Vanna out there in a wheelchair
I'm
before
sorry,
too much
man.
longer.
I think Vanna's still hot.
She is,
I mean,
definitely.
yeah. I mean, she's definitely a G-MILF.
Absolutely.
G-MILF.
I mean, she's got to be in her 70s, right?
Right?
Late 60s at least.
I mean, that plastic's holding together well.
And Pat, I mean, he died a few times and he's still alive.
So
Jeff's just scared of hanging out with Pat.
Like, think about that job, though. That's your job, is the Wheel of Fortune your whole life. Like,
that's what you're known for. He did the whole Pat Sajak
That's
show.
like, but think about that. That's one of the easiest fucking jobs.
Yeah.
Just to go out there and be like the host of this giant fucking Wheel of Fortune.
I almost feel like doing a job like that would almost be like a career ender for you, because you would be...
Yeah, you're typecast.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He got paid.
Yeah, he's good.
God,
And
he's still getting paid.
I mean, he could retire right now and be
Fuck
fine.
yes.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't, give a shit about getting other gigs. Fuck yeah.
Could you imagine if he just like died on the wheel? He just falls over.
Hasn't he already though?
Wheel of
thump.
Sajak.
Vanna's like over him, like,
not again, Pat. Don't do this to me. Rips his shirt off, greases the paddles.
I love him. We had sex every night after the show.
Clear.
His wife. Sorry, Pat Sajak's wife.
Who do you think will go first, Pat or Vanna?
Pat,
for sure. I think we all hope Pat
we all
goes
know
first.
Pat. Even Pat's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you think if Vanna White has daughters? I don't know if she does or not. You could probably find out.
I'm sure she does, man. Yeah.
I'm sure they're fine too. So why don't
she's got to have grandkids by now.
Like
fine ass grandkids.
If Vanna decides to retire, then just get one of her her daughter or her granddaughter or something in there.
She's got a no, this is her daughter, I guess.
Does it look just like her?
So her daughter's like a hot MILF now.
The brunette.
Oh yeah. Well, her daughter's nowhere near as hot as Vanna.
No. Oh my God, no. Well,
isn't that crazy? Like,
hot
by the
people
way,
put out ugly kids.
You show up to a party with your mom, and they're like, "By the way, your mom's way hotter than you."
Yeah, right.
That's like fuck.
She probably hears it all the time.
Hey, what's your mom doing later?
She's probably used to that shit. She's probably like, "Oh yeah, my mom is hot."
I've almost forgotten what Vanna White used to look like.
Right. Back in the day, she was smoking hot. Yeah. Today, she's still not bad.
Hey, do you mind if I ham slam your mom?
Who were we talking about the other day? Sally Field?
Sally Field, yeah.
You like me.
You like me. She's all old as shit. I just saw her in some old movie where they had her all done up looking really, really old.
What was that?
But she's still hot, man.
That movie with Burt Reynolds. Did she date Burt Reynolds for a
they
time?
were a thing for a while. Wasn't she at his funeral?
Probably.
I'm not sure, but Burt Reynolds was the Mac back in the day, right?
He slayed.
He
Absolutely
slayed
That guy
wool.
fucks.
Man. He did fuck a lot.
Dude, wasn't he in Playgirl?
Was he?
Yeah.
Let's
Burt Reynolds had a Playgirl spread.
So those balls and Johnson was just out?
So he was if I remember right, he was wrapped in a fur. And the motherfucker was hairier than hell, right? He looked like already a bear.
So chicks were just like...
Yeah, there it is.
That one right there,
Look
right?
at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Look at that coat of hair, folks.
I mean, that's the perfect chest hair.
Look at that. That's
I got
a hairy
no chest.
man.
I got no chest hair.
Yeah.
I got shoulder hair.
Yeah, I got none of
Yeah.
I was
that.
going to say something, but I don't want to be offensive.
I got ass hair, too.
It's too late for that, though.
Don't want to
Yeah,
be
it's okay.
offensive. To who? Bert or Dave?
No, Bert.
I wish I could. I wish I could grow a beard like you guys can.
I don't know, man. Your beard's not bad. You got that nice.
His
little...
chest hair really makes me start I have I shave my chest.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, man, I wish I could grow some chest hair just like that.
How often do you have to shave that thing?
I keep up with it.
So is it
you don't wait for it to get prickly?
It really prickly.
When it gets prickly, I shave it with
it.
Does it start to itch if you wait
I'm
too long?
so used to it now.
Mm-hmm.
How long you done it?
For a while now.
Had to have been, yeah.
Is this a good
it's
time?
not like a yearly thing, is it?
Yeah.
I
do it every couple weeks. I just kind of.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You should get it waxed sometime.
Nah, that's cool.
Oh, dude. If you do that, I'd like to see it.
I watched a video. Yeah, we should make that a special.
I heard that's painful as hell, bro.
Yeah. I watched a video the other day of this guy
Clearly Clarkson.
that had the inside of his nostrils waxed. So he had these things shoved up his nose, and then they yank him out and rip all the nose hair out.
Is it really worth it?
Probably not.
You know, you probably don't have to wax for a while.
I'm sure it makes your eyes watery as fuck, too.
I watched a dude, it was a bald guy, and they somehow convinced him to do his whole head. And it was like a fucking candle on his head, man, and they were ripping it off, and it looked painful.
You know
God, it looked painful.
You know that those hairs, like, I mean, you have to trim them up, but like,
you're ripping them out by the root.
You cannot. You shouldn't do that because those hairs are there for a reason, man. They catch a lot of particles and shit and whatnot.
Yeah, but if you want it gone anyway, you know,
it's all there for a reason.
I guess.
Just like your ball hair.
That's supposed to keep you warm, but if you've already got enough kids, I don't need to keep them that warm.
And the taint.
Right.
I don't need my ball hair.
Shame.
I don't need my ball hair, guys.
For those cold nights.
For those cold nights.
It's good, man.
Out in Jordan Manor.
When your woman wants to snuggle up with your...
I'm just saying,
hairless
man.
taint.
I'm just saying.
When your woman wants to snuggle up with little Dave.
I mean, who wants a mouthful of taint hair, right? You guys are both
like, it's your choice. If you go down there, beware.
Your taint, your choice.
Taint that a shame.
It's an unbearable force.
Unlike that fur that dude's wrapped in.
Yeah,
Holy
look at
cow,
that. That's
man.
natural fur right there.
Jesus.
Fur wrapped in fur.
But back in the 70s, that was the shit. Like,
oh, yeah.
The more hair, like, the more sexier you
hairy
were.
Hairy dudes were sexy.
Like, Big Bush was back. I mean, that was huge back then, too.
I saw a dude with a shirt over the weekend that said, "Bring back Harry Bush."
Cool. I don't know how I feel about that, though.
That reminds me of that part of Scary Movie when, like...
Oh, and they pull her panties down.
And, like, it's just like... it's like this giant afro. And he gets, like, the hedges out.
It's been a while.
He gets the
That's right.
He gets the head trimmers out. He's like, zing, zing, zing.
Later, he's, like, spitting it out.
Oh, I know. That movie is fucking hilarious.
Dude, the end of that where he comes and, like, shoots her up to the ceiling.
Oh, my
and
God.
Sinks in.
They could never make that
right,
today.
Like deflates a like he deflates.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah, no way. There's no way they make a movie like that today.
Max right now, so
I've got it out on DVD. We could watch it right now, Dave.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you even have a DVD player?
I don't.
See?
Not down here.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I don't have a DVD player anymore except upstairs.
Most people do. Like most people have like
Xbox.
You know, I use the Xbox for.
Yeah, me too.
I got a PlayStation
Blu-rays
2.
and shit.
But when's the last time you actually fucking watched a Blu-ray though, or a DVD?
Right.
I mean holidays, and you know, if Sloan wants to watch something in particular, you know, like we pop it on.
Yeah, we
were watching
DVDs.
Harry Potter the other day, and we threw
Yeah.
one of those in. So we have the whole collection of the Blu-ray discs.
We do all the DVDs and Blu-rays in the van because we got the little TV in the back of the van. But other than that,
Anybody got a VHS?
No, I do not.
I got tons of tapes.
Do you?
No player though.
No player.
Yeah.
Can you digitize that shit at work?
Oh, not at work. I can't because we don't have anything.
We don't
like
do
that.
any of that. We don't do any of that video shit.
We don't do a whole lot of video.
Yeah.
I'd like to do more video.
We're getting into it at least.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So did you guys hear about this dude? I really wish that he was from Florida, but he's not.
Oh yeah.
This
I heard about this.
This dude in South Carolina who
was a lawyer, right?
Yeah. He arranged to have himself shot so that his son could collect the insurance money.
Mm-hmm. Well, before that, the story that I heard was a lawyer's family, like it was this dude's wife and his son. They were found shot dead.
Yeah, and
then like a week later, I heard where he was found shot in the head.
Wow.
But he survived.
Oh, Jesus. Is he like a vegetable now?
How do you
survive that, though?
I know, like...
unless it just, like, grazed
your head,
If that's something that, like, you know, you arrange ahead of time, you would think that you'd be able to get the job done.
Well, this is the out of that story. So come to find out, the dude arranged to kill himself.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that his son could have the insurance money.
So how old's his son? Did they say in the story? No.
He couldn't have been...
I mean, the guy himself is 53.
Right. I mean, the kid couldn't have been that young, but that old. I don't know.
I would probably say he's probably in his 20s.
Yeah.
His kid?
Maybe.
20-ish.
Or younger.
But that's like, you must be really kind of just unhappy with yourself.
But at the same time, maybe we were talking, maybe he had survivor's guilt.
Right.
His wife and other son had just been found killed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, survivor's guilt.
He didn't feel like maybe he deserved to be here, so bump me off and benefit this guy.
Or maybe he felt like, you know, he just couldn't take his wife's place as far as a parent goes.
Right.
So get me out of the way and give my kids the money.
You don't know. You
No,
know?
nobody's
But I think your
probably
presence is way more valuable than the money.
But
Absolutely.
That's just like committing suicide, though, man. You're not looking at your presence.
Because you still have a job to do as a dad.
Right. You're not looking at that.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing, dude. Now that I'm a dad, I could never go out that way.
No. I mean, like, before, Sloan.
I don't even feel like I could before.
Before Sloan, like, I just, I mean, even before Sarah, I was kind of reckless, and I always said if I died young, I'd be okay with it. But now I don't want to die young because I want to be there for my daughter, and until I can, like I want to eventually like be at her wedding and walk her down the aisle.
You want to be there for all those important moments.
Yeah,
me
so
too.
like now, that's why I feel like such a different. I'm still the same guy, but I just different priorities.
Yeah, I was going to say your priorities are different.
Do you take better care of yourself than you did before you had Sloan?
I feel like I do now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mentally, physically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was at 245 at one point.
Yeah, you're a lot skinnier than you have been in the past, man.
So
people have been saying that about me too.
Yeah.
Well, and life stresses do that to you too.
That is true.
Yeah. Because now you have kids, you have stresses that you never had before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Right.
One of mine got stung by a bee earlier. So.
Yeah.
But Sloan starts her new daycare in 2 weeks. She goes to the learning center off of Scott Station, and we went for a tour on Tuesday. Sarah and I. Mm-hmm. She's gonna love it.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I told her about it. I told Sloan about it yesterday, and I told her like what kind of activities are there and what they do, and she was just like, "Can I go tomorrow, Daddy?" I was like, "No." I was like, I felt bad because I was
she's
like,
itching to go. Yeah.
because she's so bored at her in-house right now. It's like she's just bored, dude, and you can see it.
Yeah.
When she comes home, she's just like. She's not being stimulated.
Yeah.
So, her brain's not being stimulated, and it drives me nuts. So I'm so glad that the timing right now is actually perfect.
Yeah.
She'll be 3, perfect age to jump into it. You know what I mean?
That is a good age.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll learn a lot. She'll learn a lot of things. She'll also will start saying shit that you're like, where did you get this from?
Start coming up with beliefs and ideas that aren't your own.
I know. Isn't that a terrifying thought?
Start talking about like other people, like kids in her class.
Having friends. Yep. Won't be long. You guys will have your first sleepover.
Right.
Oh, that's a game changer right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like when you get out of diapers and then you start potty training and you do all that and you finally get to that point and then you have all those sleepovers. It's like, oh man, it's a whole other game at that point.
Speaking of potty training, I've still got one.
Oh, really?
Still got one. I mean, he's potty trained. Like, he uses the toilet.
But still.
But I got to wipe.
Yeah. Oh, I got a girl who doesn't like to do that either. So, and she's like 8.
I can't wait.
7, 8.
Can't wait till I don't have to wipe anymore. When I was a little kid, I was the same way. And I remember like my first day at daycare, like when I was at home, when I was done pooping, I would tell my mom, I need a wipe.
Yeah, I remember.
And my mom would come in and wipe.
I remember that too.
My first day at daycare, I needed a wipe. And Mom wasn't there. So somebody, came in there and wiped me. And they're like, you're going to need to
do this yourself.
You're going to need to start doing this yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it was the fear of authority. I didn't want to shake.
I was going to play some music to get us out.
All right.
Oh, no.
That's a shame.
Hey, how about...
computer issues.
Anyway, no. Halloween coming up. It's actually next month, man.
Yeah.
And, oh, no.
Yeah. Have you started planning for it?
That.
Have you started planning for it yet?
No, well, we want to know your scary stories.
That's right.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Dave didn't know where you were going with
Sorry about that. I'm just trying to deflect off my problem that I'm having over here.
Open that up. Go ahead and hit the button and restart it. So while Maddie's restarting our computer, he's talking about our Halloween episode coming up here on the Old 77. If you have any kind of personal story, do you have some kind of experience? Was it spookily ookily? Do you maybe want to talk about it or just want to send it in and let us talk about it? Feel free to pick up the phone and call us.
On the listener line.
That's right.
573-246-0779.
Or where can they email us, Dave?
They can email us at the Old 77 Podcast at
gmail.com. And you can also reach out to us on all the social medias.
Instas.
Facebooks. We're on the Twitters and on the TikToks. You can also, like Dave said, you can hit us up on gmail.com at the Old 77 Podcast, or at patreon.com.
Yeah, if you want to keep it anonymous, that's fine. We don't care.
Absolutely.
We want to know the story, even if it's not paranormal. If you have something that's crazy, that someone followed you home one night, and
oh man,
you had that happen.
I had that happen to me, and it was nuts. I was in my mid-20s, and I'll never forget that shit. I kissed the ground. When I got home, I kissed the ground. I walked. I got in. And I was
man.
Oh my god! I'm so glad I'm home. It was scary. It's probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life.
That is frightening.
It
man.
is.
You just got that going on behind you, and you have no clue.
If it's something like that, or if you saw something in the sky,
UFO stories. We always take UFO stories.
Something abnormal. It doesn't have to necessarily be a ghost or like anything spirit or something.
Feel free to call us or write it down and let us know. We will definitely be happy to throw your story on the show.
And you don't have to be the Jefferson City Paranormal Society.
But it helps, because
it does help.
Big ups to the Jeff City Paranormal Society, to Biscuit Strength, and to our boy JT at the Paranormal Sun, who is back up and running again with season 3, I believe. You just put it out today.
That's right. I saw that on my feed. I need to give it a good listen.
They are all our Patreon patrons. So
that's right.
Please check them out as well.
Friends of the show.
Absolutely.
And guests of the show.
Yeah. And we've got the Jeff City Paranormal guys coming up soon.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Be ready for that one. Yeah. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right after this.
The computer stalled out, sorry.
That's all right. We'll fix it in post. Bitches. Love it.
Hey guys, it's Matt. And we always talk about Last Flight Brewing Company, and we never exaggerate on how good it is there. They have this wonderful indoor space where you can fit a bunch of your friends or your family. You can take your dog in there. Also, kids are welcomed. We can all drink as equals. It's a great spot. If you want to sit outside, there's tons of space. It's a great spot for a sunny afternoon with friends, families, even colleagues. You can do it all out there. Games, cornhole, whatever your vice is. They also have a carefully crafted beer menu which changes all the time. Each beer they put out is delicious. Also, Last Flight won first place at the Missouri Beer Festival. They've come a long way in a short time, so check them out. You can find them on Facebook and online at lastflightbrewing.com. If you're local, check out Last Flight Brewing Company today. Go enjoy some sunshine. Get off your couch. Go right now. Fill up your growler.
I'm about to unload a bunch of new bump music on you guys.
Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Welcome back to the Old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Oh, wow.
Had some difficulties, technically speaking.
I saw that play out. That was amazing.
Segment 1. But
it was like a reverse
the reverse reverb, man.
I'm a musician, guys. Come on, I'm a musician.
It's like I'm back in the rape room or something.
This is what I do. Back in the rape room. Hey, did we talk about the rape? Did we talk about the rape room yet? That you can rent now?
We haven't.
We got to talk about the rape room, guys.
Something local here.
It's local to Jeff City.
Yeah.
I drove by it today, actually.
Yeah.
It's quite ghetto-y.
Quite the
actually.
deal, huh?
It's not the deal, I don't think. I don't know. So let me see here. Talk amongst yourselves while I pull it up, fellas.
Yeah, so basically, I found out about this from my wife because my wife had
a
friend.
Tell me more.
I know.
Tell me more.
No, it's not like that. It's not like my wife has a friend who posted about it or sent it to her.
That's where I saw it.
And she was like, I need to try this out.
Dominatrixes.
So
go ahead, Scott.
It's a VRBO here in Jeff City.
Yep.
And it's it says Sex Dungeon Rental in Jeff City.
Oh.
We've remodeled this 111-year-old brick bungalow into a bright, fully outfitted dungeon play space for adult couples, friends, with benefits, polycules, and kinksters of all kinds.
Polycules, wow.
Groups of 3.
Yeah. You informed me of that earlier.
Yeah. This play place is designed so that you can explore your desires and enjoy each other in a privacy in this elegant home. We drove by it. It's
Great place to spend your anniversary.
But look at the pictures, man. So they've got one of those great big
Let's see it.
Like X boards, you know.
So
oh my God! Look at that.
My wife
You get freaky in this place.
My wife was telling me that basically this place is like kind of modeled after that 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Yeah, it's kind of set up 50 Shades. There's a black throne made out of leather.
Yeah. Do your guys' wives watch that show? Have you?
Pretty
were they
sure.
fans?
My wife watched it a couple of years ago.
My wife
and
read it.
I was basically there to watch it. She's like, I just kind of was laying there, and I'm like, I guess I'll just watch it with you.
I can see the child to one of them.
I thought it was dumb, but I was like, this guy is.
The ladies love it though.
Why?
Whoa, there's chains hanging from the ceiling here.
Because it makes them horny, bro.
With being dominated with fucking whips and like chains and being like tied up.
I don't think it's about being dominated.
Does it really?
Apparently.
Now, if you're a woman out there and who likes that, DM us and let us know your experiences.
Call us on the listener line.
Yeah, we'll have our female contact get with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name's Shania.
That don't impress her much either.
We will let you talk to Big Philly Mike, and he will tell you what to do with all that.
That's right.
I'm down with all that.
How much does it cost to rent that place?
$275.
That's a fair price,
For a
especially
night?
if you're going in with a group.
For the whole house, though. It's for the whole house.
$275 a night, or
yes, a night.
so you can be there with like other people, like
Yeah,
a
you
group?
can. No, I'm assuming no questions asked.
Yeah.
Weird. It's like eyes
Sleeps
wide.
3. It says 1 bedroom, 2 bathrooms, got a kitchen, a deck, patio, dining area.
Sleeps 3, but who the fuck's gonna sleep?
I'm sorry, $250 a night.
Oh.
But there is a $50 cleaning fee.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, and
I feel like that's light.
Skeet.
That better be some damn good cleaning too, man.
Well, it says that they do wash it and they even give the temperature of whatever, you know.
What street
the
is
water.
this on, dude?
I looked at it today. It's a weird one. It's on Dunklin. It's by Dunklin's by Rosewood
Dunklin.
Music.
Hold on, let me get a pen.
It's over on Broadway.
Oh, right there.
Right
on the
there,
corner there?
On the corner
Okay,
there. It's the
gotcha.
second house in, I
Okay.
think. According to the map on the VRBO page.
Yeah. There's a place there on the corner of Dunklin and Broadway that sells like Christmas trees every year,
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's down the road just a little bit
Right
from
there.
Okay.
Jet used to live on that street.
He still lives on that
Yeah,
street.
he does.
Jet probably goes to this place.
Well, now he will. Now that he knows it's there.
Yeah,
Jet's
here
in
we
there
go.
like whipping pit.
Here we go. Here's the address. That's what I found. But yeah, I drove by that thing. I drove by that today just to check it out.
Apparently, like, if this place is open and thriving, people are going to this.
Oh, there's a big.
But how long has it actually been?
I feel like there's a big community for that here in Jeff that
Really?
nobody knows about.
Yeah, like an underground scene.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's always the like religious towns.
The comments are funny on this thing too, because people are probably expecting COVID. I'm like,
Right.
well, listen, I'd be worried about more shit than COVID.
COVID would be the least of my concerns.
Yeah.
in
Well,
that
like
place.
I was talking with Dave earlier on this, right? You get weirdos. I mean, they're wanting people who to go in there and do, you know, off-color stuff. What if you get a couple, you know, that she's a squirter?
Oh.
Everywhere. What if you get a couple that's into blood play that likes to cut themselves
Yikes.
or drink each other's blood?
I hadn't
weird.
even considered the notion of blood play until tonight, Maddie.
What the fuck?
Are you
Scott,
hip,
where the fuck are you coming from?
are you hip to blood play?
Because I never blood
come
played
on,
my life.
man.
The only blood play I ever did was, you know.
No.
Yeah,
well,
I
hell
know.
yeah, that's
I know.
no
And
problem.
it happens, you know, it happens.
Once a
blood
month.
play once a month.
Not all the time, though. I'm just saying, like,
Well,
sometimes it just happens that it.
Your friend Scott is a sicko. let me tell
Scotty.
you.
Well, he explained it to me,
Yeah.
and then when he explained it to me, it made sense because you
Blood
know
play,
a lot
though.
of
Yeah,
people
man.
are into like vampires.
You know, vampires.
Yeah,
and like,
okay,
you
I
know,
gotcha,
you get a
I
group
gotcha.
like it said, a polycule of 3 people
Right.
who are
Gotcha.
playing vampire, and they
Okay.
drink off of each other.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Makes
Right?
sense.
But it's, I guess, like, it's kind of cool if you're into that. Like,
I guess.
you're role playing this. You're like, we're in.
That's role-playing times 10.
Like, especially with Halloween, you're like, let's drink each other's blood and have sex. You know, like
That's got to be your
it
holiday.
must be a thing.
Halloween's got to be your holiday.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it looks like a medieval torture chamber.
yeah, they got
but
the
one
great
room.
big X furniture up where you can, you know, strap her up, whip her.
I don't know what to think about all that, guys.
That looks fun. That looks like a lot of fun.
I'd feel so weird like beating someone with it.
I've only watched like a small amount of BDSM porn in my life. I've not watched very much. I get the impression Scotty's watched a little bit.
But what I'm really surprised at is
sure have.
for a city of 46,000 people,
right.
like this is living here.
You know what? I'm just like so surprised that this is out in the open. I saw this on a local radio station this morning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
I think it was the Morning Shag posted it.
Well, Shag and Trevor.
Right.
Oh.
You're not going to find him on like, Spirit FM or Catholic radio.
No. Oh God, no.
Leave it up to them to like bring this to light to this community, because I saw some of those comments on there and they're like, oh, they must be having sex in there. No fucking shit.
What do you think?
Of course they're having sex.
Obviously,
in there.
moron.
But you know what? They're not hurting anybody.
No,
KRCG needs to post that shit to their Facebook page, because I would love to read the comment section on that.
Oh my God.
Man, they would rip KRCG.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. It doesn't matter what they post. They will rip it.
Honestly, like, when it all comes down to brass tacks, they are a local business. So. Yeah. We're not on here bashing them.
No,
I think it's
I think it's great.
I think it's interesting that they have this here, and I think it adds more of a diverse local business scene.
Diversity only makes us stronger.
Yeah, man. Like,
absolutely.
Look, people like to get kinky. It's part of human nature.
Right?
Let them fucking do it.
It doesn't matter. They're not hurting anybody.
They're not having satanic fucking rituals in this place.
They're not hurting your kids. They're not hurting anybody. They're going into this place that's designed for them to play safely.
Yes.
Yep.
And it contains them. And honestly, it's none of your fucking business what they do, because they're adults.
Bingo on that last part, man.
And when you realize that, I think that is truly when adulthood begins.
Yep.
Yeah.
You made me rub my genitals on another man, and I have never done that before I met you.
Sick bastard.
Is that Eastbound and Down?
It is.
It's the same guy? Yeah, okay.
That's Stevie.
But speaking of sick bastards, did you guys hear about that girl from Florida and her boyfriend?
I did.
We were talking about this earlier off air.
One, right?
This is a tough one, man. I didn't even hear about this. My wife told me, and Dave earlier. Dave walked in while we were talking about it. This girl and her boyfriend, she's 22 years old. I mean, an absolute prime of her life. Gorgeous girl.
Gorgeous young lady.
She and her boyfriend had an old white Ford van that they'd converted over into like a camper. And they were going to camp across America.
It sounds awesome.
See, it does. It's
cross-country excursion.
I would have loved to have done that at 18, 19.
Yeah,
they were in Utah, I guess.
They got into Utah when they got pulled over because they were having some kind of squabble. The last video footage of this girl is from a policeman's body cam. And she is visually like, she's shaking.
Upset, yeah.
She's upset. They had a fight. They end up separating them. It's a thing.
Yep.
Anyway, old boy ends up coming home.
Well, here she is, right here.
Petito never goes outside.
It was a cross-country journey captured on video and pictures, posted on social media.
Hello, and good morning.
22-year-old Gabby Petito.
I mean, she's this beautiful young lady, vibrant, right?
Yeah,
vibrant,
absolutely.
full of life.
And that's a good point right there, because they're making video and Instagram posts the entire time.
Yeah.
She hasn't made one since like August.
Her boyfriend looks like a tool, by the way.
Petito left her mother's Blue Point, Long Island house on July 2nd with her fiancé, Brian Laundrie.
Fiancé, sorry.
Now Petito is missing.
I just believe she's in danger because she's not in touch with us, and she could be alone somewhere. She could be stranded somewhere in the wilderness.
Petito
That's
and
my thought.
Poor parents.
I can't even imagine how the fuck they feel right now.
Oh my God.
I hope that he just left her for dead. I hope that he didn't actually kill her.
They were documenting their trip on their YouTube channel, showing viewers how they were living out of a van, visiting states like Utah. Gabby's last post on Instagram was August 25th. It was also the last time she spoke to her mother.
August 25th was only like 3 weeks ago or something.
Right.
So
and Mom, in the story I read, Mom said she had gotten some texts after that, but she couldn't tell because it was text. It wasn't her voice.
God, dude.
I wonder if they've
been
been
able... But the weird
to...
thing is, old boy just showed up at home. He just came home.
I wonder, surely they've tracked her phone, right? I wonder where her phone ended up.
Let's continue this here.
Right,
Yeah.
but then old boy
receiving
came home.
text after that until August 30th.
The first couple of days I wasn't getting responses. I believed she was in a place with no service. It was like day 8 and 9 that I really became concerned and figured she couldn't be off the grid for that long.
Gabby told her mom she and her fiance were on their way to Grand Teton, Wyoming. According to Gabby's relatives, Brian drove the van back to his home in Florida alone. Nicole reported her daughter missing on Saturday, September 11th.
Oh,
that is fucking suspicious as anything right there.
And dude's already lawyered up.
Dude's already lawyered up, though, yeah. That's what makes
This
it even more
motherfucker
suspicious.
killed her, dude.
Probably.
See, I don't know. I don't think he did.
You
I
think
think
he
he
left
just
her?
dropped her off somewhere and let nature take care of it. That's why he came home clear conscience. Well, I didn't kill her.
So, like, what's his story? What did he say happened to her?
We don't know.
Because he's just not saying a thing.
The only thing he said is through his lawyer.
Yeah, he's not saying anything.
Gabby's 22 years old. She's an absolutely beautiful, beauul soul.
Look at her.
Inside and out.
Yeah, this right here.
She's incredibly artistic,
poor dad.
creative, loving, caring, free-spirited.
But we love her very much. We miss her and we want her to come home.
I would be fucking so angry right now.
Well,
sick to my stomach
the
like they
super
are.
fucking sad thing is I saw earlier, one of you guys had it pulled up, but there was the sheriff, and he was saying, this girl's missing. 2 people went on a trip.
Yeah.
And only one of them came back, and this guy's giving us no fucking help.
Yeah.
And they had their lawyer send his lawyer a note to say, dude, please help us. And he still got nothing. But that's the only way he talked to him.
Yeah. What a fucking...
Fucker.
Wouldn't you have a hard time being a lawyer and having to
Right?
defend somebody like that?
Maybe
I don't
that's
even-
why you're a lawyer. Because you
guess so.
don't.
I guess
Here's the
so.
interaction with the cops. Whoa, holy fucking shit.
Fucking Liberty Mutual. They have
always fucking,
They are fucking our
fucking
world
with me
up,
when I
man.
pull this shit up.
I hate those people.
Hey, you fucking fuckos over
Liberty,
there.
Liberty.
Hey, it's
Liberty.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank
you fuck. This song goes out to the ladies. I made this song in 1942.
It's called I Banged Your Grandmother.
Look,
What you gonna do?
Be a lady tonight.
Hey,
yeah.
oh, hey,
oh,
hey.
hey,
Gladys,
bitch.
spread
Hey. Here we go. Here's some cop footage, police footage of the
After
two.
Frank.
No, this is after they had a fight, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Driver is showing some obscure driving, possibly intoxicated.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why they
Currently
pulled him over.
doing 45 miles an hour.
This is going to be a long video, though.
Oh, subject just hit the curb.
Jesus. Let's just fast forward.
go
this shit
on.
here. Here we go.
There you
There
go.
she is. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, now they're approaching the vehicle. Come on.
SO229. I had the female that was on the passenger seat separated from the male.
So she looks like she's upset right
Oh,
now.
Absolutely,
she's completely
she is.
upset.
Cop's about to talk to her. Here we go.
Down there. I don't know. We've just been fighting all morning, and he wouldn't let me in the car before. And then
Why wouldn't he let you in the car? Because
He
of
told me
your
I
OCD?
told me I needed to calm down. Yeah, but I'm perfectly calm. I'm calm all the time, and he really stresses me out. And this is a rough morning.
It's not a good sign.
Okay, so for one, like...
So she said she has OCD.
Right.
And she's freaking out about something. He told her she needed to calm down. He wouldn't let her in the car until she calmed down. So she's probably freaking out even more. If I remember right, the whole story was over. He came in the van with dirty shoes. And she threw a fit.
Oh, I see.
Here
So
we
that's
go.
what started it.
Oh, sorry. Fucking A.
Liberty Mutual? Nope.
No. Here, no, here's the...
Yeah, here's the
There's the dude.
Here's the guy.
Go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute. She's getting a little worked up. And then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys for me. So that way I was...
I can't really understand because it's so
Yeah,
loud.
it's so loud.
Sorry, guys.
No,
I
Out
wonder,
there, I apologize for the bad audio there.
I wonder if he was actually intoxicated. I mean,
It sounds like they were fighting because the dude's got scratch marks on his face.
Yeah, you can't really hear the ambiance of the outside.
It's
is
the
really-
road.
Yeah, it's the road. It's killing
so
it.
they were probably fighting, and that was why he was swerving all over the road,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that's the theory at least.
Yeah.
They ended up not charging them.
Right, they let him go.
separated them, told the dude, hey, we're going to get you a hotel. Why don't you go stay there? She can have the van.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
And then the next thing we hear is he shows up at home with the van.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like, if this goes to trial, or if
There's no charges.
well, if
Not
they're
yet.
going to press charges against this guy, because I mean, he's obviously suspect number one.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He's a dude under. I
But
think
this
he's-
doesn't look good on him at all.
Oh God, no, no. The fact that he came home and lawyered up.
You have this young petite young lady. She's a toothpick. She's so young.
She's
and,
not gonna make
and
it.
vulnerable,
in the wild.
dude. No,
I hate to say
but not
it.
only that, like, I don't know. If I was her, I wouldn't. I'd have been like, you are not going cross country with some fucking guy. What's her fiance though?
She's in her 20s.
She's 22.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
She's
I'm sorry.
22.
Yeah. And she's with her fiance. You would
Right.
think like the parents trust this fucking
The
guy.
story I read again said they were high school sweethearts.
Jesus.
High school sweetheart.
So he's been around forever.
Right.
Yeah.
High school sweetheart doesn't just up and fucking have no feelings and leave you though. At least I would
Something
think.
happened. Something there. They might have fought. Maybe she fell down a cliff.
Oh God, I never even thought
Or
that
some
scenario.
shit like
maybe
that.
something did happen.
I mean, they're
Maybe
in
pushed her.
Wyoming or like
Utah.
They were in Utah.
They're in big sky country.
Right.
Okay. You're high up in elevation. One false move or like, I mean, even with your car, if you drive off a cliff, you're
Right.
dead. If you step off, if you walk 5 feet over there, you might slide down a fucking mountain and kill yourself.
Well, like you said, it's big sky country. There ain't nobody out there, man.
It's rural as fuck.
It's wilderness.
Right. And there's fucking animals that like to eat people.
Yeah.
Like mountain lions and wolves and
Right.
fucking.
Just let nature take its course.
Right, dude. Bears, grizzly bears and shit.
I keep waiting to see a bear in my yard.
I'm amazed you haven't.
Man, this story is unfucking believable.
It's infuriating the lack of empathy that we have today in our culture towards people.
Here's the other thing.
You know, like that. Like, I feel like this dude had no problem just leaving her in the wilderness because at the end of the day, he didn't kill her.
I hope not.
You know?
I hope not.
11 hours ago, Florida police named boyfriend a person of interest.
So he's named, but he's not prime suspect yet.
That's according to Good Morning America.
That's the way it starts, though, man. That's what happened with like Lacy Peterson and what's up with guys killing their wives
Their
and
wives.
girlfriends, man? Like they're in a shitty situation that they want to get
Wasn't
out of,
that
and that's
Peterson?
like
He killed his wife and his daughters.
I think so.
The 2 kids, yeah.
Yeah.
He put them in like barrels and shit.
To hide him, but didn't he suffocate his daughters and put a bullet in his
now,
wife's head?
That police footage, the police cameras of that guy.
Yeah.
Obviously, the guy was shaking when they came to the house.
Yeah.
And even like their one neighbor came over too as he was being interrogated.
That's the
Not
one.
interrogated, but they were talking to
They were
him.
questioning him,
So when he, excuse me, when he left the room, the neighbor's like, he's acting strange.
Yep. Yep.
How can you like put another face on after killing your entire fucking family?
That's the thing, man. Is like you have to be a sociopath to do that and have any chance to get away with it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I could not.
You have to have zero empathy.
I can't even lie about like trivial shit. I feel
How do you
bad. when I
compartmentalize everything like that though?
You
Into
ha-
2 different situations, 2 different lives.
It's like Robert Durst and the Jinx, man.
Right.
But you know what? At the same time, we as a country need people who can do shit like that for us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we employ
Right.
people like
Obviously,
that.
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, special forces dudes.
Yeah, that's true.
They're that. You know, he could have been something like that. I
Yeah,
don't think he
but-
was in this instance, but I'm just saying people like that are
He
valuable.
did it for all the wrong reasons though. He wanted to start his own fucking totally different life with this
Yeah.
young chick.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I found someone new. I'm just going to kill my family. No,
Right.
you can get divorced, you know.
But maybe he couldn't. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe he was Catholic and his faith wouldn't allow it.
Catholics can get divorced. I know
Oh,
plenty
I
of
know
Catholics who got
Catholics.
divorced.
The whole church is there because of divorce.
But yeah, you're right. Though there was probably some kind of
There had to have been something there.
a mental roadblock, if you will.
Well, he's
Right.
a fucking idiot and a fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
Killed 2 little girls.
He killed his own little
Daddy, why are you
babies.
doing this?
He held them the day they were born.
I don't understand, man.
I mean, my kids bug me, but I would never do that.
I want to strangle my kids on a daily basis.
And I tell them that. Like,
But
you
I
take your
don't.
shit up, I'm going to strangle you.
I don't.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
know,
But no,
but-
like you love them at the end of the day. It's like you want, like I would do anything for my
Right.
child.
At the end of the day, you're there to protect them.
I
We
would-
as men are protectors.
I would die for my kid, not fucking kill them.
Yeah. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What the situation is.
Oh man,
I don't get that at all, man.
that
I really don't.
pisses me the fuck off.
Right?
All that shit.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just a loyal person. Like for me, it's hard for me to even understand the idea of like leaving your wife for a younger chick. Like,
Yeah, I don't get that.
I think that's got to be like a midlife crisis thing, man.
yeah.
I really do.
That's what my dad did.
You know, you always saw it in the 80s. That was the token 80s movie, right? You would marry younger or whatever. You'd marry up.
Yep. He married 15 years younger.
Yep.
He was like 35, 36. She was like 20 maybe.
Yeah.
She was an intern.
An intern.
It's always the interns.
Right.
What is it about that?
I don't know, man.
It's hot, I guess. I mean, no one has that executive fantasy. They always have the intern fantasy, right?
Bill Clinton got to live it out.
Well,
dude, there's a new FX movie or FX series about Monica Lewinsky
Is
and
it
Bill
really?
Clinton. It's really good too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've watched like a couple episodes.
So how many episodes are there of that?
I think there's like 6 of them so far. It's like a short miniseries
Really?
almost.
I should be able to get that on Hulu then.
Yeah, it details.
Kennedy was another
details
one,
the whole
man.
thing. It's,
John F. Kennedy. That guy fucked everything.
He's a baller.
Like so,
a
the
baller.
Kennedy.
Pass laws.
So him and Jackie put a pool in the back of the White House.
Right.
When they got into office. And so, and this was on that podcast I told you about presidents. They tell you all the dirty stuff about them all, and
they put a grotto in.
You're just blown away. Teddy Roosevelt was the only one out of all the presidents. Like there was 16 episodes, and he was the only president out of all those episodes. We were just like, wow, this guy's a fucking genuinely like good fucking dude.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Mustache Roosevelt. Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy.
Yeah.
So like basically, Kennedy would tell his assistants. Tell this intern, this intern that, she has an appointment with me in the pool. Dead serious. This is on that podcast.
It? Wow.
They would tell her, she would come back with a bathing suit on. He'd have towels like laid out and shit. And he's like doing the backstroke.
Right.
He's doing the backstroke.
Yeah.
But he did this all the time. He cheated on. So like there was one time where Jackie would come in. This is a noted known testimonial that she came in to come see Jack, and he was gone. And she talked to his assistant, and she's like, "Oh, he went to lunch." And she's like, "Oh, with another intern."
Yeah.
And she's like, she didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But she knew about all of his affairs.
Yeah, she knew what was
all
up.
of his sexual escapades.
Yeah.
He fucked like an animal in that White House. He was a rock star.
Yeah.
And
I think that would be hard for a modern day president to get away with.
And how do you think? I mean, I don't think
most powerful man in the world. Of course, he's a rock star.
Honestly, if Bill Clinton fucked anyone else, I think they come out and say it already.
The only thing that really worried me about Bill Clinton was he fucked all the uglies.
Monica Lewinsky wasn't.
Come on, man, she wasn't cute.
You're the
and
most.
Then who was Paula? Yeah. What was the other Paula? Whatever Paula.
I know the one you're thinking
whatever
of.
Fuck her name is.
Paula Trailer Trash.
Yeah.
So,
that was the one that came out like before he was elected, right?
Yeah.
I forget her last name, but I know the one you're talking about.
Well, here's the thing. At least Kennedy fucked hot chicks.
Right.
And Bill's like fucking like some chick you would meet at a bar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She was a 5 o'clock. What do they call him? A 2 a.m.er?
A 2 a.m.er.
Yeah.
Well,
you got the beer. You got the whiskey goggles on.
Yeah, you got the beer goggles
got some
on.
Whiskey goggles.
You guys ever hear the story of
some Jack Daniel goggles
the
on?
The world's at a slant.
You guys ever hear the story of when Bill Clinton and Borris Yeltsin were hanging, and Yeltsin was like completely shit-faced drunk one morning and like ran out into the middle of the road or some shit?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He was a known drinker, man.
Oh yeah.
Wait, was he in America when he did that shit?
Oh, yeah.
I think they were at like Camp David or
That
some
sounds
shit.
right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Him and Bill were just
how
like,
much shit has gone on at Camp David?
God
Oh,
damn,
I know.
right? Dude, think about that.
Right?
It's been there forever.
How many Kennedys have slayed up in there?
No shit.
Nah, we're gonna go over to David, see?
And yeah, I gotta suck my dick, you see.
Right. Gonna pass laws and drink claws.
Only if White Claws were.
Give me that seltzer water.
Oh yeah.
Here you go.
Has
Here you
vodka
go.
in it.
Here's the Yeltsin incident.
Okay.
The incident happened during Yeltsin and Clinton's first meeting in Washington in '94. Although there were glancing media reports about it over the years, it wasn't widely reported until 2009, when this book called The Clinton Tapes was published. Quote, Secret Service agents discovered Yeltsin alone on Pennsylvania Avenue, dead drunk, clad in his underwear, yelling for a taxi.
Oh shit. Where was he trying to go?
In Russian?
I guess so. Yeltsin slurred his words in a loud argument with the baffled agents. He did not want to go back into the Blair house where he was staying. He wanted a taxi to go out for pizza.
Oh shit.
2 a.m.
And then he got his pizza, by the way.
Right on.
In case you guys
Dude,
are wondering.
he better have.
Yeah.
He's got diplomatic immunity. He could whip his dick out, and smack him in the face,
Like butt naked.
right? No problem.
But the next night, Bill Clinton recalled Yeltsin tried to do it again. Eluding security, he made his way down the back stairs into the Blair House basement, where a building guard mistook him for a drunken intruder.
Oh,
Yeltsin
shit.
was briefly endangered until converging Russian and American agents sorted out everyone's affiliation. Because the guards mistook him for an intruder, Clinton thought this incident, although contained within the Blair house, exposed even greater risk than the pizza quest.
You know, someone bitch slapped Borris Yeltsin too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like, those guards don't fuck around. Those,
right.
That's
why the Russians got involved.
They're like, who the fuck is this crazy old homeless person? Balls out and shit. Like, come on, man.
Now I'm over here
mumbling in Russian, you know.
You see my balls? I want to
got
get
the
pizza.
ball hair
I want
here.
pepperoni tonight.
Pepperoni the size of these balls.
Yes, I want pepperoni in my asshole.
Now I'm going down the History Channel rabbit hole.
You're going down the rabbit hole now.
Hitler's teeth reveal Nazi dictator's cause of death.
Ugh, Hitler.
Yeah.
And that's our cue to be taking a break. You know
Yes, y'all seen that Hunting Hitler on History Channel?
I have seen that shit.
That's fucking good. We
I've
should
seen
talk
it, but I've
about
not
that when we
watched
come
it.
back.
They go to South America.
Right, Argentina, all that.
We'll take that to the cool down then.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody loves some Hitler for the cool down, right?
Right? I mean, cool down and Hitler hand in hand.
That fucking bastard.
Like the old 77 and patreon.com.
Oh, yeah.
/ the old 77 podcast.
After a long, hard day at work, I like to sit down, pick up my coffee and Mein Kampf.
Right?
And just start
and
reading.
listen to the old 77 podcast.
And also, if you have a abnormal situation, or if you saw a UFO, or if you have some kind of paranormal experience, let us know. You know, message us. Even if it's like someone you know it happened to them, message us, DM us.
We want to talk
email
about
us, call us, right, Dave?
Yes, call us. Call the listener line 573-246-0779. You can hit us up on Patreon too, right,
Yep,
Scotty?
you can go to patreon.com / the old 77 podcast and the old 77 podcast at gmail.com.
Look, we just want to have a great Halloween show for y'all, so
It's our favorite holiday.
that's it.
Absolutely. And you can help us with that.
That's right.
And thanks to our Patreon subscribers, we've got Biscuit Strength,
Taylor,
we got the Jeff City Paranormal Society, and our boy all the way from Auckland, New Zealand, JT and the Paranormal Sun.
Yeah, shout outs to Roger, Courtney, Angel. Thanks for listening, Joey Caputa. Thank you for listening too, brother. Tyler, always listening.
Always
Fist and Strength guy. Also a bunch of other folks who are always posting stuff on our Instagram.
Yeah.
That's right.
A bunch of podcasts are always
Lately, it seems like we've always
laying it
got
down.
guys. Yeah.
We've
So,
been chatting it up with a lot of guys lately.
We have, absolutely.
And
I'm
gals.
trying to pull them up right now.
Yeah, so we're just going to keep rolling with this thing here.
We're going to roll it.
Until this music runs out.
Until the music runs out.
Oh, because it's a podcast and we can run anytime.
I guess we can, can't we?
Yeah.
But we can hit the button again,
Oh.
and we'll keep it rolling.
We can
man.
keep it rolling because it's a
Absolutely.
podcast.
We also want to give a shout out to our friends at West Main Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
60s Spirit.
That's right.
Hickman Automotive.
That's correct.
Who am I forgetting, guys?
Oh.
Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Yeah,
Well,
them
yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely, those guys. Yeah.
Last Flight Brewing Company, right here in JC.
That's right.
We'll be back.
All right, we'll be back,
bitches.
y'all, bitches. Bye.
In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music, carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More.
Cooling it down like baby powder on junk on a hot summer day. Ooh, so nice.
That's right, Louie.
Big ups to Louie Mano.
My boy at Burlington, Vermont, the King, the Hall of Famer.
That's right.
And by the way, welcome back to the old 77.
Safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Obviously, because
Did you guys?
everyone's at risk now. Even young women who are just
Right.
having the time
Just
of their lives.
Just trying to live.
With their fiance.
Or, like we were talking about earlier, Hitler. Just trying to make it.
Yeah, poor guy.
So the whole theory of that hunting Hitler was that Hitler got in a sub and made it out of Germany into Argentina.
Right.
That show is insane. So the one guy who's on that, who does like a lot of the investigating and traveling, who basically is paid by the Travel Channel network.
Yeah, he was the
he was
host,
like he was like a Navy SEAL or some shit. Like he was in the military and he knows like warfare tactic and stuff like that.
It
like
opened up a new investigation by the government.
Well, it's because so many Germans went over to fuck. There's actually like there were some high up German military officers who
they actually
took
did
salvage in Argentina.
Yeah.
There's a whole movie on it.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like where the theory.
And they brought his back. They brought his ass back to Israel and they tried him and they hung him.
Yeah. Yeah, that they just made a movie on that, right?
Yeah. The dude from fucking Star Wars is in it. Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
He's like one of the dudes who
I like that
finds
dude.
his cat. And now like there are descendants.
Yeah.
In Argentina, it's like this little German town, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like just being in Germany. They have the same exact weather and all this other shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, just flipped what they're in Argentina, other side of the pole. So like
seasons
fall
are opposite.
fall is now spring.
The buildings are it's all German architecture. It looks like you're in like this little like Berlin.
And so was this place basically founded by like escaped Nazis then?
They seem to think.
Yeah,
and that's the thought from the show.
The one guy was a doctor who used to test on like Jewish people.
Yeah.
Like just, experiments.
That's where all of his medical knowledge came
a lot of
from.
these people, a lot of those dudes who were like flying under the radar.
Yeah.
They wound up in South America.
Yeah.
And then these little German towns are popping up. I wonder why, because they're like taking their families down there, and they're very wealthy people.
Yeah.
So you go down there, and it's a poor country. Like the majority of the country's poor. So you're kind of like this master of. You're kind of like the king who just moved in.
Yeah.
Like you're set in your ways.
You've been hanging out for a while.
And they're not very strict as far as like it's not like a dictatorship down there. It's just kind of a poor democracy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think they were really poor back then. They would just let anything happen.
But like they found a bunch of these cats down there, a lot of war criminals for sure who ran down there.
Well, it wasn't a couple years ago they found a whole Nazi-like compound buried in the jungle somewhere.
Right?
Where
there.
at? In South America?
Yeah, it was like in Argentina, if I remember right.
That's right, it was.
Yeah.
I saw that episode.
Yeah. I mean, they had like graffiti on the wall, swastikas everywhere. Like it was clearly German.
They were in it.
Yeah.
Like they were fucking going through it.
Yeah, it was clearly German architecture in the middle of the jungle. Shouldn't have been there at all.
Okay, so I've got this article from history.com about
insane.
Hitler. And supposedly they were able to confirm that he died by suicide. And I'm trying to find out, Scott, because we were talking about this off air, because you were talking about how they took his body and just burned it.
Yeah, the Germans when they fled and he killed himself, like the Soviets came in and took care of it and basically was like, hey, and then got rid of it, disposed of the body.
Yeah,
never said anything.
Yeah.
Just
what a crazy way to go though. Like just imagine that like these Germans, the bunker was huge. It was this giant little city underneath of this one part of Berlin.
Yeah.
And there was tons of room. They had they were dancing and partying.
They were partying it up under there.
Yeah, dude. Like
yes.
They were
it was like a giant fuck fest the whole time, right?
So like there was a war going on. Then you have all the fucking partying and fucking going on downstairs.
Right.
And then you have Hitler and his people that are like meeting and
right.
And it's just crazy that they just didn't believe it was coming to an end.
Oh, I think they knew.
They were still living like the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So you were talking about how Russia was involved in all of that.
Yeah.
So here's how this all happened. After months of negotiations, Russia's FSB Secret Service and the Russian State Archives gave the researchers permission to examine a skull fragment and bits of his teeth. The piece of skull had a hole on its left side consistent with a bullet wound with black charring around the edges. Though scientists weren't allowed to take samples from the skull, they noted in the study its shape seemed, quote, totally comparable to radiographies of Hitler's skull taken a year before his death. Gruesome pictures of his the teeth published in the study show a jaw made mostly of metal.
Is that what his jaw was?
At the moment of his death, they wrote Hitler had only 4 remaining teeth. The few there are misshapen, brown at the base, and flecked with white tartar deposits. So apparently Russia was in possession of at least the skull.
A fragment of his skull, it sounds like.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, but they also talk about the teeth, too.
So. But how do you know it's him by the skull?
Especially seeing they never let them touch it or take any samples or anything.
Well, that's...
You know?
Yeah, I don't have the answer for that part of it.
Hey, man, I got Hitler's cell phone right here.
Yeah, right?
You know, I'll sell it to you.
And the Russians are stand-up people. They wouldn't lie about something like that.
Da.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I know it's fun to go down the rabbit hole sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
And think about these things.
Well, I mean, he's one of the most evil, figures in our history.
Dude, every modern president has been called, reference to Hitler.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like Hitler just kind of it becomes its own name.
It's like the boogeyman.
Like, it used to be just a last name for someone.
Right.
Yeah.
But it just becomes this, notorious fucking name now.
You imagine being a dude who ruined a whole facial... hair trend for the world.
Michael Jordan proved that you cannot bring the Hitler mustache
Nobody's
back.
wearing the Adolf anymore.
Yeah, I used to be a popular mustache.
And speaking of Adolf, was a popular name. You
It
don't hear
was.
anybody named Adolf anymore.
No.
Yeah.
There's a movie, I think we've talked about this before on the show. There's a movie called Meet the Hitlers.
Yeah.
And it's a documentary, and it's about people in America whose last names are Hitler.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like,
I didn't know where that was
I'd be
going.
Like, listen,
Yeah,
it's
right.
a hyphenated I.
Yeah, right. The I is silent. Some shit like that.
It's almost even
It's
worse.
Hyler.
Than
Yeah, right. I
Hyler.
guess it is. Yeah.
No, that's Hyler.
Sorry,
Don't church it up, dirt.
You know, as in Hyler.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. God damn it.
Oh, I saw this video the other day, and it was this dude with the little Hitler stash, and he was like, I go by the pronouns, me, whatever. He's like, because I'll never be him. It was like, what? And then he starts backing up, and there was a dude doing a side-by-side, and the guy starts raising his hand to do the Zig Heil, and then the guy starts doing the Charlie Chaplin dance.
Oh.
It was so great.
Nice.
Was
He's like, whoa.
Was Chaplin a Nazi?
No, Chaplin sported that
Yeah,
look.
The same look.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he did that too. Yeah,
he did the little tramp.
And
He
once
did, yeah.
and once Hitler came, he was like, "Fuck that."
He
rid
got
of
It was
that
really
shit.
during World War II he quit doing it.
Yeah.
And that's when he looked weird.
You're like, "Damn, dude, that sucks that Hitler fucked that up for you."
Fucked your style up, man.
Because you really need that shit.
Hitler fucked your brand.
He fucked the swastika up, too, because the swastika is like an
maybe
ancient
Hitler,
Asian symbol.
Maybe Hitler was like a super fan of Charlie Chaplin. That's why he had the mustache.
Maybe.
Could be. I
Maybe.
don't know.
He was an
loved his
artist.
movies or
He was an
something,
artist.
A couple of years before my grandpa...
I like that mustache.
I draw like shit.
couple of years before my grandpa passed, the Dick Slayer.
Rest in peace, Dick Slayer.
We went to Illinois and visited with a childhood friend of his named Jake.
Yeah.
And Jake had a shit ton of Nazi memorabilia.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's everywhere in Illinois.
He
man.
was not a Nazi.
Right.
But he
It's
had
the
a ton
collector.
of memorabilia, and I will never forget standing in that room with him
Time
and
waits
looking
for
at
no
that shit.
man, unless the man is Dave's grandpa.
Love you, Grandpa. Love you, Grandpa.
When God said, "Let there be light," Dave's grandpa said, "Say please."
We need to get some new ones.
We do. We fucking ran these things out of town.
Just pull up some Chuck Norris jokes
Yeah.
and
Right.
and
Insert Dave's
copy
grandpa.
and paste, man. Copy and
It's
paste.
the easiest.
Oh my god! But it's so accurate though too.
It's funny, right?
I remember my grandpa had old German guns too, because he collected
Yeah.
guns, and so he had, what do they call it? I always get it confused. Is it Ruger or Luger?
Dude, a lot of times
Ruger.
after that,
Ruger,
after World War II,
Those guys brought that shit
they
home.
brought it home and they
Yeah.
were selling it, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why not? That
They were
spoils
sending
the
it
war.
home. They're like, "I'm fucking sending this home."
Right?
Yeah.
Dear wifey, keep this down in the
Yeah.
fucking basement.
Don't throw
Yeah.
this away.
Yeah.
Now they're worth a ton of money, man.
Right.
I wish that I would have taken a couple of my grandpa's guns.
That's history. That's history, man.
Right.
They all ended up getting
absolutely.
sold. They all ended up getting sold.
You talk about the German army back then. The German army was the most sophisticated fucking thing out there, man.
They were
it was more
amazing.
powerful than the U.S. Army.
Yeah. They were amazing.
The Navy, the Army,
And they thought everything out to
God,
the 10th degree, man. The
Right.
Germans would run out of ammunition. Their weapons were designed to shoot anybody's ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They'd take yours.
The,
yours.
the engineering was amazing.
Yeah.
God,
it still is.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly the Nazis were into anti-gravity.
Oh, yeah.
And were supposedly, reverse engineering
They were
UFO
trying,
technology
I'd
and
heard.
and stuff.
Well, including, I mean,
They made a stealth ship out of wood. that they were going to bomb Washington with.
Yeah.
It was just they ran out of time.
Yeah, they ran out of time. That was going to happen.
It was going to happen.
Yeah. According to Alex Jones, that they found
Alex Jones.
They found, this is the story,
right?
Why they were so
the bell.
Why they were so far like ahead of everyone else is wow, look at that.
So this is the Nazi super weapon, the bell.
Was that a thing?
We don't know what the bell did.
But is it kind of like a thing they made?
It's we can't find it either.
I thought it was supposed to be like some type of flying device, right?
See, there was thought of that. There was also thought that it was a time travel device. There was thought that it would be some kind of neutron bomb that would blow the world up. There was all sorts of.
It's probably most likely.
Look at the weird shit. Look at the weird little hieroglyphic things at the bottom. They're all different shapes.
So they found that when we've
never found the bell. We've only found like documentation of it.
We just know that it existed.
But see but if you know the Nazis though, they were big into like mythology. They were starting a race. They needed a mythology. That's where the Aryan race came from.
Right.
They did all the tracing, blonde hair, blue eyes. They had a castle built where they had seriously an eternal flame, and they had crypts built for all the higher ups, the SS, Hitler, everything. And then when they lost the war, they had great big like history props made, like big cauldrons and stuff. They threw all that in these giant lakes and hid that shit.
Yeah.
Burnt the castle.
Yeah, I'm reading about the bell, and people have theorized.
A lot of suicides for those people.
Oh God, yeah.
Because they were like, it's over for us.
But it was for them. Have you ever seen that HBO show Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
When they free.
That's right.
When they free that concentration camp, and they go down and they get the people from the village. They're like, didn't you know that was there? And they're like, we didn't care.
The smell alone.
And so they make the villagers like clean it up.
Damn right, that really happened.
Right? Yeah, that really happened.
They should.
They had
clean
some
that
lady.
shit up.
They had some German lady like rich robes and furs and shit out there scooping human waste.
Yep.
Jesus, man.
Burying bodies.
Yep. As they should.
As they should have.
You can't tell me they're burning hundreds and thousands of bodies, and you can't fucking tell me.
You turned a blind eye to that.
Yeah. You couldn't get information out somehow to somebody.
You turned a blind eye. I don't care. You turned a blind eye to that.
That's despicable.
You have to take that now to the end with you.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Anybody with a conscience, I would think.
I mean, shit. It's funny. We were talking a while back about World War II, and like Matt and I have relatives that were in it.
Yeah.
Like, we still should do a show on that too.
Yeah, we should sometime.
My grandpa like liberated like a Gestapo prison. And he never talked about it.
Yeah.
But like going back through and doing research on it, like this was a huge. They sent all the higher ups there. They were killing them there, like in Auschwitz.
Yeah, one of my great uncles. It's actually my dad's uncle. He was in Patton's army, dude. Like in that battalion.
Wow.
I mean, you're talking thousands of men.
Yeah.
But he was part of that that cross over to Europe, man. Like just conquering fucking town after town.
Yeah.
And he survived it all. So I mean. That's pretty fucking cool.
Hell of a story to tell,
right?
Absolutely. Like,
my grandpa did too.
He
came home.
Yeah, there was another guy. He, I forget. I think he was in Amsterdam when they fought there. But and then there was two other guys who were in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
And the other when they were dropping bombs on Tokyo.
Yeah,
he was part of that shit.
Which one? Do you know? Hiroshima or Nagasaki?
I don't know. Man. I don't know.
So we were talking earlier off the air.
Those guys.
The 20th anniversary of 9/11 was last week, I think all three of us have caught at least one of the 9/11 things. Like I've watched a little bit of the Spike Lee one on HBO. I've watched the one on Netflix, which I think is called Turning Point.
I watched that one, yeah.
There was something on channel, I think 13 that I picked up a little bit, but I didn't pay that much attention to it, to be honest.
One of the things that I took away from that one on Netflix, they were interviewing one of the soldiers because they go in depth about the war on terror and a lot of the mistakes that were made there, and they were interviewing one of the soldiers, and he said that the hardest part of war isn't war, it's coming home from war.
I bet, man.
And that stuck with me, man.
How do you turn that off, though?
You can't.
You can't.
You know, like when the whole Afghanistan thing first kicked off. I had a friend that went over there, and I didn't even know him at the time. He went over and he came back, and the dude had to sleep with a speed square. I worked with his wife at the time at the radio station, and we went over and had dinner, and he was telling me one time he was telling me some of the horror stories that he had seen and stuff, and it was like, oh my God, man, you should go get help.
Absolutely.
You know, he had seen some shit. Like when he came home, he said he had to sleep with a speed square because it felt like a gun in his hand.
Oh wow,
and that's how he felt safe.
Yeah.
Wow. That's.
Could you imagine just living that kind of life every day? I can't because I live here because he did that.
People are shooting at you even when you're sleeping.
Yeah, he was a helicopter mechanic.
Wow.
So he flew with a helicopter. So one time they were doing some kind of convoy thing and they overshot him, so they had to land in the desert and wait on him.
Oh.
And when they finally showed up, they were under attack, and it was like a Mad Max scene. He said that he got in the chopper and he had the gun and he swung it up as this dude came up over a hill and he cut him in half.
Wow, he shot.
Yeah, he said he had the big machine gun in the chopper and he swung it
wow.
and he just sprayed bullets and it just went right through this dude coming at him.
Wow.
He said he watched the guy fall into pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, those are some pretty.
Get the fuck out of here,
pretty
man.
big bullets that come out of those turrets on the.
Right, that's like what the Terminator uses, you know.
Yeah,
Wow.
they don't fuck around with
No.
those things.
I can't even imagine.
I couldn't either.
Well, and we've also talked about the fact that like these guys that are going into Iraq, Afghanistan, I guess we're not there anymore, but these guys that are just now enrolling themselves in the military, they don't have any experience of a life before 9/11,
Right.
and they don't have an experience of America not being involved in some type of war.
You're right.
The longest
their entire life.
The longest war in American history.
Well, I said this earlier off the air before we even started. We're not even us three. This isn't the world we were raised for. We were raised for that 90s world, man.
Yeah, we were.
I missed that world.
Oh God, I miss that world.
Yeah. That was a great time, man.
Where everything made sense. The music was good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Clinton was in office getting BJ.
We talked a little bit about that.
I
did not have sexual relations with that lady. She sucked my balls so good.
Blowjobs don't
That I
count.
forgot all about it.
Oh my God.
Poor guy. He eventually remembered.
Still, man, Hillary's the one that really put the country at risk.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Hillary straps on that thing. And
She knew her man needed a BJ every day, and she still let him go without it.
Yeah.
You know, she like tied on that strap on.
Oh,
and
hell
she was
yeah.
like, "Turn around, Bill.
Call me Peg tonight, bitch."
He's like, "Oh, it feels so good.
Can we get a cheeseburger afterwards?
Can you add some lube to that?"
There ain't no time.
It's a national security
You ain't
issue.
gonna need that.
Hillary's like, "No, Bill, shut the fuck up. I'm fucking you tonight.
Call me daddy."
Man, wouldn't you love to be a fly on the wall for like one of their just evening conversations?
No, I don't think I
would.
would.
I would.
I feel like that would be like lawyer talk.
Do you think they hate each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
They do that for.
It's a marriage of convenience.
I mean, dude, the dude was down hanging out at Epstein Island. I mean, there was eyewitness accounts.
He was just on video with one of the former Epstein people, like on a plane.
Like
eyewitness. Yeah, I've seen that.
Dude, the engineer for the island who was employed by Epstein saw fucking Bill Clinton there, dude. And there's no reason for this dude to lie. He was.
Well, they have the plane records too.
He's like,
Right.
he could not believe.
But at the same time, he's Bill Clinton, man.
And
Yeah.
if I
People
remember,
were trying to take that guy down left and right.
Bill
if I
Clinton
remember
slays.
correctly, there is even a picture of him on the plane with one of those girls behind him, like he took a picture with her.
Prince
or whatever.
Andrew of England, that guy's a scumbag.
Dude, that
Sure seems
They're
that
like,
way.
so how do you?
We've always known that. Let's be honest.
Sure
Then they're
seems that
asking
way.
him like, look, here's a picture of you and her together.
That's the best.
That night, you're both wasted. Look at you.
I don't know that woman.
Like you're close together, you're holding, you're embracing each other. He's like, I don't know how that was taken. That's not me. No, this is fucking you, bro.
Yeah, he's royalty employing the Shaggy method.
Yeah,
wasn't
so-
me.
And you can see the lies just in his face, dude. You can.
So this photo was taken on
Oh,
Epstein's
yeah.
plane.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite
Can
hat.
I call you Monica?
A few pictures like that.
Can you put a pillow around your waist so you look
You
like
got a blue
bigger
dress? I got a thing for blue
girl? I
dresses.
like the junk in the trunk.
Now I'm looking at a picture of Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Joe Torre.
They're all Joe fucking Torre.
all playing golf together.
Jesus.
Dude, can anybody fall harder than poor Rudy? Rudy was
Rudy
awesome
should have
back
retired,
in the day.
bro. Rudy should have
Right
retired.
after 9/11.
9/11
Rudy should have
hero,
cashed it
dude.
in.
He should have cashed it in. He probably could have been president if
But
he
you
would
know,
have ran.
no, he did run.
He did.
I don't
did
think
run.
he's like
He
president
did, but it was
material,
way
though.
after
No.
9/11, right? He didn't run.
Like, listen, man. Like when you're the mayor of New York and you're like,
And a tragedy like
and
that
you're there
happens?
and you're like, you have this heroic like image of yourself, I would have went out like that. Just been like, you know what, my time as mayor is up. Peace out.
Right.
Retirement's going to be great.
Yeah.
And you're always remembered as that
For
guy.
that, right.
Because that, I mean,
he was banking on that though.
Like, yeah, he banked on that for a long time.
Hard.
Come on now.
Right.
He was on every fucking talk show, late night with fucking David Letterman, all this other stuff.
Well, when
dude.
I
Like,
was Dave, when I was the mayor of New York during 9/11.
think about it. When David Letterman introduces him, the mayor of New York City, who was at ground zero,
calling him Mr. Mayor.
The crowd is going to go fucking wild.
They used to call him America's mayor.
Right. People used to chant Rudy.
It's hard. It's
hard to see that guy fall, man.
There's no place that you can go but down from
from
where he was.
You reached
You're right.
the pinnacle of your political career.
Yeah.
Straight from the pinnacle to the pit.
And like being mayor of New York is kind of, I mean, you're the top country, you're the top city in our country.
Yeah.
Like you're the #1 market. People want to be kind of what you, well, they
The
want to be.
world is watching
What they
you.
want it used to be anyway.
Yeah.
Now he's giving speeches in front of Green
I
Horizons
know.
Garden Center.
Not
with
even
hair,
that
with
anymore,
hair dye
man.
dripping
Now
down
he's
his face.
disbarred.
Yeah, he's
since been disbarred as a lawyer. He can't even do what he was originally doing.
That's good because he sucked as a lawyer.
Well,
he took on the mob, man.
Yeah, dude.
Rudy took on the mob.
He sucked as
he
the
did.
president's lawyer, though.
He cleaned up New York
Dude,
City.
He did. I give him that.
Absolutely. I mean, he was doing something
But
right.
he seemed completely incompetent when he was defending the president, though.
Because he was bending his principles. I felt like
everybody
he was doing that out of loyalty. I don't know, but clearly he was not the Rudy that I remember.
But it goes back to like, look, man, like when Giuliani was mayor of New York. I mean, and this is where the connection with Trump goes.
Right.
Trump was a big businessman in New York City. I grew up in Philadelphia, so like Mike and I were talking about this when I was in Philly. Like we always growing up watching the news, we always heard of Trump. Like we always told Trump he was always in Philly. He was always doing this. He was always down in a AC whatever. Like he was a prominent figure all the time. Like it wasn't like he was always on the news for the rest of the country.
Was it young Don or his dad?
No, it was Donald Trump as a younger man.
Yeah.
But Giuliani, when he was in office, like crime was down, all this other shit. He was real hard. Like he had super like hard policies and shit. In fact, and I think it was great for New York because you have to be like that because you have a fucking city of
10 million.
10 billion.
Well, look what he did to
fucking
Times
people.
Square. Before Times Square, it was like, porn houses.
Oh, it was a
and
shithole.
Hookers everywhere, and you
dude.
get drugs down there.
Yeah.
And now it's a premier spot. Everybody wants to go to Times Square.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a business mecca. Also a very a broadcasting mecca too. You have MTV there. You have like CNN's fucking there and shit.
Everybody's
got
there,
all
basically.
sorts of people.
Yeah, everybody's
live from Times Square.
That's where Carson Daly used to do Total
Oh my
Request
God!
Live
Yes, Total
from.
Request Live.
Mm-hmm.
See Joe Dirt knocking on the glass.
Carson Daly.
This one won't be where little Jesus comes back.
Britney Spears be hanging out with him.
Speaking of Britney, free Britney bitches.
Free Britney.
She's free, or she's about
Is
to be
she?
free.
I don't know.
I think she's
Jamie
about to
Lynn
be
just
free.
filed some kind of release from her conservatorship.
Her sister?
I remember when that all went down, man. Like, she went fucking crazy. Shaved her head, crashed her car, like, all within, like, the matter of a couple days, right?
Oh, did you guys know that Amanda Bynes is also under a conservatorship?
Yes, I did. And she needs to be.
Yeah,
she's crazy. Like, I think she's legit crazy.
Yeah, it seems like she is, yeah. I think she was on drugs at some point, too.
Oh, I guaranteed.
But she's under a conservatorship, they say.
Yeah.
So.
She's put out some wacky videos, man. Amanda
I've seen
Bynes.
some of those. Yeah, I've seen some of those. They're pretty weird, man.
It's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch.
Yeah, well, and
Britney's
Britney's engaged now too. I forgot to mention that.
Her new guy,
Kevin Federline.
No, not that guy.
He's back.
Federez.
Living off the millions he made, divorcing Britney Spears. I must confess.
Didn't he put an album out here a while back?
Yeah, a while back.
It's called I'm a Douchebag.
He performed like on the VMAs one year.
Yeah, we played that on.
Yeah, we played that.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoa, what is that?
That was some pretty
It's
awful
Britney,
shit.
bitch.
Man.
Britney, bitch. You guys remember that dude who dressed up as Britney and would cry? You leave Britney alone.
Entry title
he
Britney
blew up,
for the
man.
record.
He blew up.
Sorry about that.
He was on like I don't know what social. He was on some.
He was on some social media.
He was on YouTube, I think.
What is that?
Quietly fighting for her freedom.
It's just dumb broad fucking. Is that her dad?
No, I think that's her boyfriend. No. Her soon-to-be husband, I think.
That's the new husband?
That's her husband?
I don't know for sure.
How she has fallen.
Right?
I'm guessing.
Damn, Feder ass looked finer than that dude.
Yeah, he's
I mean, no homo
I can
or
rap
anything.
too, dog.
I got some of that oil money, more likely.
Kanye ain't got shit for this
Right,
motherfucker right here.
Kanye's cute, but I got the real cash.
I appreciate the Kanye Peppa Pig graphic on our social media, Scotty.
I loved that. Yeah.
Apparently, everybody else enjoyed it too.
My face looks like an asshole.
Reached like 100 people or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I will say this: his newest album is not his best album. It's not even close.
Right?
There's some great
moments.
moments.
It was like a 3, and Peppa Pig got like a 3.5.
No, it was a 6, and Peppa Pig had a 6.5.
6.5.
But you go back to his earlier albums, man, you're gonna see 9s and 10s, bro. 9s and 10s. I'm trying to find out about Britney's boyfriend or fiance or whatever he is.
Yeah, that dude's interesting.
If it was that same guy that was in that picture. No, it's definitely not the same guy. I don't think.
The Feder ass.
This dude's pretty handsome.
Okay, yeah, that dude.
That guy, see him, man?
That's the
guy, yeah.
That looks like a dude marrying Britney Spears.
That dude fucks.
Yeah, that other guy looked like he was taking a cab ride for her, maybe. I don't know.
I do think that was like that dude in that other picture. I think that was like one of her boyfriends at one point. I can't keep up with this shit.
Hey man, good for Britney.
Nor do I want to keep up with
Okay, question. Britney's still hot? Do you think she's hot?
I think she still has a...
She's pretty, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Here's K-Fed.
I was more of a Christina Aguilera fan.
Yeah, man, she was dirty.
23.
K-Fed.
Okay, pretty young. Maybe 22.
Oh, fuck.
I was boning bitches.
I just fucked that up.
Oh, the Lou Pearlman story. Hell yeah.
Man, how do because he's the guy that started NSYNC and all of those boy bands.
Yeah, they'd like finish a tour and come to get, money from Lou, and he'd be like, sorry, I already paid you. Or get the fuck out of here.
I watched a thing on Real Sports because did you guys see any of the gymnasts testify this week?
No.
Did you hear about that?
No.
They were testifying about, USA Gymnastics and how they covered up for Larry Nassar and all of this, but they all testified the other day. It was very, very interesting.
This chick,
Simone Biles did.
Kevin Federline actually gets introduced as a talented musician. Watch this.
Oh, geez.
One of the most talented musicians in entertainment history.
Oh, my.
Put your hands together for Mr. Kevin Federline!
No, thank you.
Oh, man.
I'm a douchebag.
Shakespeare.
So is this 2008?
It looks like 2008.
Is that on Mad TV?
This is funny.
Show some support for my boy, DJ Big J.
These guys are posers too.
Yo, I want to do some rap. Oh, you do? Because I am a
I'm do some rap.
He said, because I'm a rapist.
I'm a rapist.
Yo, hit that beat, Jay.
Is he being serious?
I think he's coked up.
Okay, hold on a second.
You have to be coked up to make some shit like that, right?
You'd like
is he serious here?
Yeah, he's serious.
I think so, yeah.
Lend me your ears. Don't you all call me Mr. Britney Spears? Cause I come from the street. I'm a hardcore gangster. Like my boy Ashton is a hardcore prankster. Check me out.
You know what this sounds like to me?
If Badass was a town,
Couple of dudes like, hey man, we can make a rap album off this.
Yeah, I know some guys. I know some guys like that.
We get you on Mad TV, probably.
I mean, he's not even like a good rapper. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna roll with the raps I gather.
Okay, so you're going at Marshall?
Was he going at Marshall?
Yeah, you rap Mathers with Gathers. Come on. Man.
Okay, so if Eminem saw this, he'd probably he probably did see this.
I'm sure he did see it, and I'm
he
sure he
probably
laughed
just
his
laughed.
ass off.
It was like, this dude is, but like
he probably still wipes his ass and chuckles about it.
The DJ and these other guys are just like, this guy's the shit. And then you have all these young people in the audience like being introduced as a talented musician.
As one of the most talented musicians ever, I think she said, right?
Yeah, right. No, a member of one of the most talented. I don't know.
I want this to be a joke, man.
Oh, that's not even him.
Oh, that's not. No, that's him, isn't it?
phone.
Or is this?
It's Mad TV.
Yeah, it's Mad TV.
That is not him.
That's not him. That's a parody.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this can't be not.
Dude had his hat down real low, so I assumed it was actually him. But
I don't know.
really
Maybe
not.
he'll show up. I don't know.
Oh, thank God this is a joke, because I was like, this cannot be real. Now I get why the chick's like the most talented musicians.
Oh my God.
Okay, it all makes sense now.
Okay, all right.
God.
It's a parody.
We should have figured that out in rehearsal, boys.
I feel a lot better that it's a joke. Because I was worried about our society.
But there is a
But you know
performance
what?
of him.
That kind of strangely makes sense,
Hey.
to be honest.
Speaking of great musicians, some of the greatest musicians of all time, did you guys catch the new Rolling Stone top 500 songs of all
So
time?
Rolling
list?
Stone remixed the top 500 songs
Sorry.
of all time.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Do you guys want me to give you the top 10?
Sure, man. Lay it
Okay.
on us.
Coming in at number 10, we have Ray Charles. What did I say?
That's a good song.
Good song.
okay with that.
Number 9 is Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
All right.
It's got to be in the top 10.
Number
doubt.
8 is the Beatles, Hey Jude.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Number 7 is Chuck Berry, Johnny Be Good.
Yes, I agree with that.
Number 5, Beach Boys, Good Vibrations.
Yeah, I
That's
can
my
agree with
favorite
that.
Beach Boys
Yeah,
song.
no doubt.
Number 5 is Aretha Franklin, Respect.
I figured that would be higher, but yeah.
Do you guys know who wrote that song?
I'm down with that.
No.
Who wrote that?
Otis Redding.
Did he really?
Dude, Otis was amazing.
Yeah.
Number 4, one of my favorite artists of all time, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On.
Ah, that's
I'm okay with that
should
right there.
definitely
That's
be
where it
there.
belongs right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Number 3, another one of my favorite artists of all time, John Lennon, Imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Number 2, one of my favorite bands of all time, the Rolling Stones, Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Okay.
Satisfaction, really?
Wow.
Number
Okay.
1. This is a drum roll.
Kanye.
I wish, man. But he's holding on. He's holding on to that number 500 spot with Stronger.
Hey.
Just so you know.
Damn.
Number 1 is. Anybody want to guess?
No.
Hold on. Beatles.
It's not. It's not.
Who?
But it's the same era.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. It's Bob Dylan. Like a Rolling Stone.
Okay.
And you know what? That's a great song.
I can. Yeah.
It's a good song, but like I wouldn't put it number 1.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Like I don't know, man.
Bob Dylan's a great songwriter.
Songwriter, not performer.
Absolutely, I'm not arguing that. It's just
Like a Rolling Stone.
Not the best singer ever.
Right.
I told you guys I saw him right in Memphis a long time ago.
But like hanging out on the street or
No,
something?
I saw him perform.
Oh,
nice.
yeah, okay.
He was up there for like maybe 40 minutes.
That sounds about right.
Got
I mean,
back
he's-
up on his tour bus and got the fuck out of there, man.
I bet you he has a hairy twat.
Oh, I bet.
Probably so. Probably so. Where's
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds when you need him?
He has a hairy Nefkin for sure.
Oh my God.
There's some other.
It's like a hair pouch city, right?
Everybody wants to get shaved.
I feel like Zeppelin should have been on that list somewhere.
I was gonna say, where's Zeppelin in that top 10?
CCR.
There. So
Who stopped the
Zeppelin,
rain?
man.
Zeppelin got number 31
Oh,
with
wow.
Stairway to Heaven.
31.
See, I feel like Stairway to Heaven
Who's-
should be above Like a Rolling
Who's
Stone.
going from 11 to 20? Who's there?
Okay, you want me to start at 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 20 is the Beatles again, Let It Be.
Okay.
19 is Elvis Presley, Hound Dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 18, Chuck Berry, Maybelline.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 17, Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze.
Yes.
Should be higher.
Yeah, it should be higher.
16, we got the Beatles again, I Want to Hold Your Hand. 15 is The Clash, London Calling.
Yes.
I like that
figured
song.
you guys would agree
Yes.
with that one. 14, Bob Dylan, Blowing in the Wind.
Blowing
maybe.
in the wind.
13, The Beatles,
Again?
Which one?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
That's a good song.
That's a good song, though.
Number 12, Sam Cooke, A Change Is Gonna Come, which
Yes.
I
I love
fucking
that.
love
I
that song.
I love fucking Sam Cooke.
You
Sam
guys were
Cooke's
asking.
amazing.
You guys were asking about the Who.
Yeah.
Who came in at number 11 with My Generation.
Okay.
I could see 11.
So that's 23.
That's all right. Yeah. There you go.
That's not bad.
I'll peruse this whole list at some point.
Yeah, man.
So I can get mad at all of the, not just
So
the
I can
top
hate
20.
all of them now.
Yeah.
Like, is it the writer of the article like rating these songs?
I think it's
or
a-
is
I
it
think
a
it's a-
I think it's
combination
The
of-
Office.
it's like
They
a-
all get together and
Yeah.
vote.
It's like a group.
Yeah.
It's one of those type deals. Yeah.
Because they go through like it's a bunch of different writers, and I think they even include the writers of the past who got together and came up with the list.
Yeah.
They get the new writers together with the old and everyone else. And
Well, here's something that I immediately have noticed from the top 20. All of these songs in the top 20, they're all old songs.
Yeah.
There's no Billie Eilish on the top 20. I'm sure she's probably on there somewhere though. I'm not saying she should be, but I bet she is. She's probably down in the 400-500 range just because she's so young. That's the thing is like, you almost have to not include new music because you got to give new music time
to breathe.
Marinate
and
shit.
you know, you guys know, like, you listen to an album and maybe the first time you listen to it and you don't like it, but then you get a few listens in and you end up loving it, or vice versa.
You go to a show and you see them live and you're like, damn.
You gain an appreciation for them. Yeah.
But also, like, a lot of good music, like those 20 songs, I mean, they're timeless.
Yeah, most of them are. I would say
they stand the test of time. They don't really rust too much. You know what I mean? Like, they're strong songs.
Well, you know what? That's
I
why
could listen
they're
to any of those songs and not be tired of it.
That's why they're there. What's the upper crust? What's the 500s?
Well, you already know what 500 is. 500 is Kanye. Stronger.
It's a genius, dog.
And I'm telling you, man, Stronger deserves to be higher than 500. That's just me. Weezer, Buddy Holly is $4.99.
Wow.
Rolling Stones, Miss You. Springsteen, The Rising. You don't know Miss You? That's a good one. Jackson Brown.
You know, I got to be honest here, man. I don't dig Springsteen.
Me neither. We've talked about this. Mo Lewis would kill us if he heard us say that.
He hurts.
It's that Jersey in him.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I don't like people from Jersey except for DB.
Well, and you got to also remember
now that's
that, like,
out there.
Yeah.
Springsteen, that was like Mo. That was Mo's.
I feel
prime,
like
man.
he was more of an event, like a time. Like he was a time,
He
not
was,
a
yeah.
Picture in
thing.
time.
Yeah. And I just wasn't there for it.
We've talked about this before, but like U2, we all I think we all three feel the same way about U2.
I don't even try to remember their name.
I don't even understand why people like.
I don't know why people wear U2 hats. I don't get that either.
Yeah, me neither, man.
I don't know if that's a dig or not, but I hope it's a dig.
Fuck you if you're wearing a hat.
Yeah, you one guy.
As we're all three wearing hats right now.
You little bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Hope somebody poops in your pumpkin.
I got to peruse through this whole list.
Hey there, pumpkin.
This Halloween.
Speaking of Halloween, hey, do you guys have any kind of Halloween type themed story? Perhaps did someone poop in your pumpkin, giving you a dumpkin a couple years ago? Maybe you want to share that with us. Feel free to pick up the phone. You can either give us a call or you can send us a DM on any of the social medias. But if you want, you can call us up. We can use your audio at...
That's right. Call us. It's 573-246-4778.
No.
246? How come I can't remember?
0779.
What did I say?
I have no clue.
I know. That's because I'm trying to do two things at once over here.
You're looking up numbers right now.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Yeah, so give us a call again. It's
573-246-0779.
We really want to hear the stories, man. We want to share your stories. If you want to come on here and tell your story on that show,
yeah, that'd be cool too.
You're more than welcome.
As long as we like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as you don't. If you're down with what we're down with.
And you know what we're down with.
Not breaking shit and telling goofy stories because it's my house and my basement.
Yeah,
let's not break shit.
We can't get too wild down here.
And keep your pants on too now.
I didn't say anything like that.
There's no stripper pole in Scott's basement.
Yeah.
But
Not
if you
that
go
I
down, if you
know
go
of.
just like 3 or 4 houses down the road, I'm pretty.
You used to be able to buy a stripper pole.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it.
Now everybody knows where I'm at.
Now you can just come to JC and go to a crazy ass.
And now you can rent that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. People pay.
I
high
still
dollar
say,
for that
man,
stuff.
it's only $50 for a cleanup fee. That's light.
It's a steal, bro.
Especially when I produce a court.
Absolutely. Yeah. Christmas is coming up soon too, boys. Let's keep that in mind.
Honey, I got us tonight.
Maybe if we let the wives know far in advance.
I hope you like to be chained up.
And it's potentially in a good neighborhood, so you may end up staying chained up too. I don't know.
Would you like this rubber mallet to be up your asshole?
If that's what you're into.
Our safe word is popsicles.
All right, gentlemen.
Talladega.
Hey, big thanks to the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Matt, Will, Aaron, Jacqueline.
Talladega.
Love you guys.
Yeah, they just had a milestone on social media. Go check them out.
Yep.
Also, check out our buddy Biscuit Strength.
Taylor!
And go over and say hi to JT at the Paranormal Sun, too.
Yeah.
He's from Australia.
He
Not
puts out-
Australia.
He's
Sorry.
from New Zealand.
From New Zealand, sorry.
Yeah.
He puts out a ton of content. I think he's back online
back
now with
now,
Paranormal
yep.
Sun.
Yep.
So always enjoy that guy's
Back
stuff.
in production.
I've had the pleasure of joining him on a show. That was great fun.
You pleasured him? Oh.
On
well,
the show. even.
via Zoom. Via Zoom, I pleasured him.
Look at my dick. Look at my dick.
Scares me, Dave.
I couldn't pleasure him in person. He lives too far away. But maybe
We know.
someday.
Hey now. You can go to that place here in Jeff.
That's right. For a $50 fee.
Make a date of it.
Hey, guys.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
for joining us.
All right, guys. We'll see you at 71.
Episode 70 in the books.
Peace. Bitches.
Deuces, y'all.
Bitches. Bitches.
Bitches indeed.
And that's a wrap.